Rest in peace to all those that lost their lives during that tragic incident that took place across the northeast region, parts of Louisiana. Pray for my city. Pray for New York. I honestly want to say pray for New York personally because everybody always say pray for everything else, but they never say pray for the city. So pray for New York because I seen that shit underwater. I even seen rats swimming. Like I seen a motherfucking rat doing the backstroke out this motherfucker. So please, please, please pray for them people. I seen people lose, man, everything it looked like. People that lived on first floor apartments, basement apartments. I seen king size beds floating and shit. As a matter of fact, I seen the post where this one nigga, I don't know where he was at. He probably was from the Bronx. This nigga was laying in the floaty just chilling. Guess he was doing it for the gram. All right, without further ado, let me take a sip of this shit. You know I'm drinking, you know I'm smoking, you know the vibes. Sipping something red right now. But anyway, so, your boy Drake, he was on Apple Music this morning on his OVO radio show. He decided to play a Kanye West diss record. The funny thing about this diss record, it wasn't Drake dissing Kanye, it was Kanye dissing Drake. I'm gonna let that sink in for a minute. Drake played a Kanye record of Kanye dissing Drake. So, in other words, for the people up top that can't hear, or to the people who just like to listen slow, or to the niggas on lean, or to the niggas on Xannies, or to the niggas that just slow. Somebody that was around Kanye West when Kanye West recorded that song made a copy of that same song and gave it to Drake. Sad thing is, or not sad, but funny thing is, Andre 3000 was on that song. So Andre 3000 immediately, when I mean immediately, I mean immediately. He acted like he didn't want no smoke with Drake, and he put out a press release stating that he was not aware that the version of the song that he got before he recorded was not the same version that Kanye West was dissing Drake on. So that nigga Consequence, if you know what Consequence is one of Kanye West's ghostwriters. Kanye West got like a sweatshop of ghostwriters in that motherfucker, my nigga. Everybody writing for Ye. So, the thing that makes it more funny about the Kanye West and Drake beef is they both have ghostwriters. That's the funny shit. So you mean to tell me, y'all, that these guys is in the studio full of ghostwriters coming up with these niggas is in the studio right now full of ghostwriters coming up with songs dissing each other. Are you serious? This is what hip hop has come to? My blunt went out. Let me light this shit. So, to the people that, see the bigger picture. The bigger picture is, I've heard Donda and I've heard Drake record. I wasn't feeling Drake record. Donda musically, sonically, production-wise, was awesome. I kind of like the lyrics, the boisterous, showboating arrogance of Kanye West music. I kind of liked it. Only problem is, shit sound like it was 2005, my nigga. See, one thing about this game right here, you got to stay consistent, right? You can't take a day off, because as soon as you take a day off, somebody will take your spot. It's kind of like the streets, right? If you don't be in these people's faces, or if you don't be accessible or readily available, excuse me, and then people would just build relationships with other people. I mean, come on now. Let me repeat that again. If you don't stay consistent with whatever business endeavor you got going on, then people would build a relationship with other people. So whatever y'all do, especially to you new niggas, you got to stay consistent. So Ye must have sold like 300-some thousand his first week. Drake allegedly sold, well, not allegedly, but they say that Drake is projected to sell about 600,000 his first week. Okay, it's a win-win. But let me break something down to y'all that a lot of people probably don't even care about. But if you do care, this information's for you. Both of them is signed to Universal, right? Lucius, Grange, whatever, however you say it or whatever. But they both signed to Universal. Neither way, you know who wins, huh? The same guy that always wins. The owner. You know, black people, they talk about ownership. But it's a white guy cutting their check. You heard that? So niggas talk about ownership. So what's taking place is, it's almost like sports, right? Whoever the team owner is wins at the end. Let me hit this right here. Hold on for a second. Marijuana, by the way. Some fire, too. This ain't that fucking, that block work shit y'all niggas be blowing on and all that. So anyway, this nigga, Kanye and Drake. See, so let me break down what's going on. Def Jam is really Dead Jam, because that shit been dead for years. Ain't nothing, man, listen, nigga. Def Jam is over, right? That shit been a dub. So I don't even know why Kanye's on that roster, because he don't even have to deal with them, to be honest. I guess that's just business, contractual agreement. Let's just keep him on Def Jam. But Kanye probably got more money than Def Jam. So, as far as marketing is concerned, I personally think that Drake album cover was the simplest album cover that I've ever seen in history. I mean, it was worse than ODB with the food stamp card. And that wasn't even bad, the ODB shit. So Drake album cover has a bunch of emojis with different colored women. I mean, I guess he could do it because he's mixed. But are you insinuating you getting everybody pregnant because it's the pregnant emojis if no one ever seen it? I think that, I don't think that's art. And another question is, did Drake have to pay the people that created the emojis to use that for his album cover? I'm asking for a friend. So, am I the only one that noticed that Meek Mill dropped like 5 videos he probably dropped like 4 videos in a month. And I don't think it caught traction like it should have. Mainly because Universal is blowing the bag on Drake and Kanye. Kanye actually probably blowing the bag on himself. I think you can't even put a budget on somebody like Kanye. See, so to the people that don't know, what a budget is the money that a label gives you to handle your expenses, right? But it's also like an advance because you got to get that money back. So if you ask me personally, Drake probably didn't have a budget in years. They probably just give him a blank check. But remember, kids, he got to pay that shit back. Only difference is Drake probably never in the red. In the red is when you in debt, when you don't recoup, when they don't make the money back. I believe Kanye ass could be in the red, right? Probably not with this Donda album, but I don't know if Ye went platinum every round, personally. And if he did, it was so long ago. I don't think nobody really cares. Once he fell out with Jay-Z, nobody really even cared even more. But back to my dog Meek. So, another thing. I can't be giving y'all all the secrets. Is anybody out there noticing how your man, the biggest boss, Rick Rose, how Ricky Rose is not posting none of Meek shit? He didn't post one snippet, not one nothing of Meek Mill's music. So we already know what's going on over there. I guess it ain't no dream chasing MMG shit. You know what I mean? I would say I didn't see it coming, but I'd be lying if I say that. Because if you ask me, I don't know, man, like, niggas say they your mans, niggas say we family and all that, right? But at the same time, they want to stay in your pockets for the rest of your life. Like, damn, nigga, you ate off me for 10 albums and shit. Like, if we your man, then should renegotiate this contract and release me, G's. You know what I'm saying? Bad enough, you ain't get me out of jail at the end of the day. Because, look, everybody know Mike Rubin, Robert Kraft, and Hove got Meek out of prison. Let's ask, how much money did Rick Ross put up to get Meek out of prison? Can anybody answer that question? I'll wait. I ain't doing shit but smoking and drinking. All right, the answer, 0. Only thing that nigga did was make posts that said free Meek. That's the only shit that nigga did. Another sad thing is, so my dog Meek, he said he had writer's block, right? Writer's block 100% do exist. That's a fact. The only problem with that is how many years you have writer's block for, because nigga, I hate to say it, but we ain't trying to hear that shit. And obviously Meek was gearing up for his project to come out. And then guess who come and take the shine? The two divas of the music industry. I mean, it is what it is. I mean, it's self-explanatory. One guy said he's a certified lover boy. Ain't nothing more diva or devo than that, nigga. Like, shit. And Kanye, Taylor Swift can't even stand next to him. You seen what he did with her, so, I mean, hey. And ain't gonna get no more demanding and snobbish than that. I ain't gonna say Drake is snobbish, though. But Kanye's a snob, you can tell. I think Kim K is more down to earth than Kanye. Man, I just feel like bashing Kanye. Fuck it, I'm gonna just be honest. I don't think we should fuck with that nigga. Because he only come around. Well, I don't want to just I just can't be up here lying on niggas and shit. You know what I'm saying? But I just feel like musically, we should not fuck with him because he don't focus on us. He focus on sneakers. He don't know what the fuck he's focusing on. You know what I mean? Which I don't think a lot of us don't really know what we focusing on when you a genius or you trying to really just find yourself. You know what I mean? But Drake, Kanye, they fucked up the rollout for me. Meek dropped 2 big singles, my nigga. Trust me. He dropped that switching locations or sharing locations with Little Baby and Dirk, right? They was the hottest niggas through Corona. Corona ain't affect them niggas. It ain't affect Moneybag. Yo, certain niggas, that shit did not affect. You feel me? And I mean, Pooh Shiesty came up. You know how many rappers and artists came up during coronavirus? Man, I don't even have to say. Right. Wasn't King Von alive during when the virus happened? It was some good music popping out, nigga. Dirk killed it. Dirk came up during the pandemic. You know what I mean? So, yeah. So, hold on. So, I was on academics page earlier. This nigga Consequence. I don't know if I brought a nigga up earlier, but this nigga got a diss song, my nigga. He got a whole diss song dissing Drake. Now, the last time we see Consequence, he was fighting Joe Buttons on Love and Hip Hop. Y'all remember that? If y'all don't, YouTube that. Consequence fight Joe Buttons on Love and Hip Hop. Hilarious. So he got a diss record dissing Drake. I got no comment, my brothers and sisters. Y'all know what the fuck it is. Yeah, him. Y'all don't even know who he is, but anyway, he definitely wrote some shit for Kanye, a bunch of shit. Never forget, y'all, when y'all sing Kanye records, y'all really singing other people's records. Saha the Prince. That's what's his name. I was trying to think of his name earlier. Saha the Prince is another one. So the whole time when I listen to Kanye records, I'm just trying to figure out, is it Pusha? Is it Saha? Is it Consequence? Is it the shit? It might be Drake. He might got some old Drake. He might be dissing Drake with some shit Drake wrote for him a long time ago. You know what I mean? I just know that Kanye about to disappear on hip-hop again. That nigga ain't got no passion for this shit. That's why Drake gonna kick his ass every time. But Certified Lover Boy is certified nothing boy. I wanted to say a bunch of hard stuff, but I ain't gonna do that. Because as you don't want to do I hope he really gave a fuck about this project, because I don't. And I'm saying that from a fan perspective. I think when you a real fan and you buy into an artist, nigga, I got the right to have a fucking opinion about if I like this shit. I don't think that music is for me. The other album was definitely for me. It was more of a mixture. I think with this album, he fucked up. Corona fucked it up. He was supposed to come out Valentine's Day. Right? Valentine's Day come, he dropped a single. Couldn't drop it because, I don't know, because of Corona. He should have dropped it then. But, you know, niggas were scared to drop because they couldn't tour. Right? Niggas are saying they scared to drop because they can't tour. But somehow, you got Little Baby, Moneybag, Fredo Bang, all these niggas, fucking even nigga, you got these niggas touring like on the road like a motherfucker. These niggas living on the road. So what you mean to tell me they could go and they was on the road, but y'all niggas can't? No, niggas ain't want to hear these other niggas shit, my G. Drake is different. Hold on, I gotta light the blunt. Drake different. The reason why I say Drake is different, you probably got to give Drake $2 million to come out. And I got to be, and you know, he only do arenas and shit. He ain't doing no walkthroughs, no club walkthroughs. If he in the club, it's for fun. Feel me? But he obviously admired Kanye. So anyway, Kanye dropped the diss record. The diss record was fire. I ain't even gonna lie. If you heard it and you say it wasn't fire, you lying like a motherfucker. You just hating because it came out of your lips. But if you knew who wrote it, you'll respect it. I bet you Drake respected it. Drake trying to figure out who wrote it so he can hire his ass. Straight up. And let me tell y'all something, man. I don't know what's going on with this new generation shit where niggas is trying to say that Tekashi's a civilian Or this how y'all know the times is different. We living in an era where people are saying that a guy that was a gangster, right? Because you could be a gangster and tell, and not just take all the gangster shit away from you that you ever done, right? So Takashi was a gangster. You feel me? He was never a civilian. I don't know what the fuck Whack 100 talking about, but that's his opinion. But he still was not no civilian, my nigga. We're not going to do that. He definitely wasn't no civilian, period. Right? So, I was looking at my laptop. I'm looking at Trap Boy Freddie on Say Cheese. Right now, that was a good interview right there.